I always played Pokemon Fire Red when I was younger. I played on my old scratched up Game Boy Advance and would always choose Bulbasaur. This really isn't important, I just wanted to mention it because I could. Either way, I would tend to screw over my save files and ruining all functions of internal clocks with a Game Shark and too much use. After about 3 years of not playing the game, I decided to pop it in and try out some of my old Game Shark codes. I remember 3 of them that would never work. I didn't name them well because of how young I was, and each one was just called SplshAttck. I turned them all on and started up my new game. I made a new file, seeming as how the old one was corrupted from before. I then played the game until I could get the fishing rod, then went to the dock area to find a Magikarp that I caught and put in the first slot of my party. I started on my way through the game again, but I noticed something. Whenever I used SplshAttck on a trainer Pokemon, it exclaims, "It appears to do nothing." Which really isn't a big deal. I can't even remember if this was already a thing anyway. I kept going, switching Pokemon after the first SplshAttck on each Pokemon so that I could evolve the Magikarp. Eventually, I made it to the islands with the mountain that I can't remember the names of. Here my Magikarp finally evolved into a Gyarados. After a trainer battle, my game froze. I kept the game on for about 5 minutes until the lighting started to freak out. The Game Boy SP lighting thing that it can do to make it brighter or darker started to flicker by itself. Suddenly it turns back to the normal game and gives me the image of the Gyarados. It was the shiny red version though, even though the Magikarp wasn't. Now with the Gyarados, I decided to boast it around by heading back and fighting the Elite Four with it. After flying to the place, I was greeted by the normal building. However, the door wasn't there. I walked in, and there was no other NPCs there like normal. Seeming as how it was also a Pokemon Center, there wasn't even a nurse. I walked into the open doors that led into the Elite Four battles. The first Elite Four member was there asking me if I knew what I have done to these people. I had no clue what they were talking about. No other Elite Four member was there, but my rival was at the end like normal. He said that he wanted to end what I have caused, and the only way to do so was to get rid of the Gyarados. The battle started, Gyarados was sent out, and my rival sent out his Pokemon. I used SplshAttck one more time. The game started to make noises as if it was spinning a disc or a fan or something. The lighting flickered again, and after yet another 5 minutes or so, the screen cut to black, then sent me back to the title screen. My save wasn't there, and I could only start a new game.